how did you come into ECW? Did you know Paul Heyman before in your WCW days?
Nope, never met him. How that came about was 3 years with WCW, and I used to watch ECW. A lot of us did, myself and Disco and Chris Canyon, and we used to watch ECW at midnights, like on the Sunshine
Oh
Network,
yeah.
and just like, man, these guys are insane. We'd never work there, you know what I mean? And then lo and behold, I ended up there. And the way that happened was I just kind of finished up with WCW. There wasn't much more for me to do there. The NWO was so overpowering, and then underneath that you had Benoit and Guerrero and Malenko and all those guys. It was really hard for a guy like me to get to the next level. So, and I was still pretty young, so I was wanted to go to the WWF, and then through my friendship with Raven, I had gotten a tryout with ECW, and I didn't know how that was going to go because at that time I didn't think that my style would, I was a WCW wrestler, want to be WWF wrestler, and ECW was just all the way to the left. It was completely but the first time I went in there, and the way the crowd reacted to me, like I was a somebody, they knew who I was, they knew where I was from. And at that time, WCW, they were the bad guys, they were the
Right.
corporate, you know what I mean? So I had an instant reaction there, which was more than I had ever gotten at that point. So it really it started really fast there for me, and I had a really good year there with Simon Diamond, who's a great
Yeah.
friend of mine to this day, and we just had a great run. And me and Dreamer always talk about it, and Rhino, like, man, if ECW would have kept going, I think that I probably would have moved up even further there if we had more time with that. So it was a great place to be. It was a full-time company. We wrestled every week, national TV and house shows and all that. It was a great training ground for the big time, which is what we were all going for back then.
Yeah, ECW is a different brand, especially because suddenly I think it was like the People's Federation, because we had WCW owned by Ted Turner. You had the WWF, who's been in power for years because of the Hulkamania run and all that good stuff. But
Right,
ECW, it felt like it was ours. Like, oh, this is ours. We're
right.
yay, and everything was going great. Magazines, action figures, but then suddenly the bottom falls out and ECW closes. And I've talked to Rob Van Dam and other superstars before, and there's this book. I won't mention it because in the back it tells you what Paul Heyman or ECW owed to these wrestlers. Were you owed money at the end of ECW?
Man, I've been asked that question a lot. And to be honest, no, I am not
No.
owed any money in compensation because I was paid so little. But no, that is the
No.
truth. I was not on a high paying deal there, and that's not what I was there for. I was there to increase my visibility, increase my equity, so to speak, to be attractive, to go back to WCW or to the WWF in a higher position.
Hmm.
But while I was there, I got to learn a lot as far as you sink or swim with those people in Philadelphia, man. If you don't have what it takes, they won't make a peep and you'll be done. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So you really had to earn your stripes with that, and it was quite the eye opener and experience for me. And I'm grateful that I got that chance because you can't get it anymore. You just can't go there. Guys can't go there to get that kind of experience, and it was invaluable. It really was.
Yeah, I remember you guys with you, Simon Diamond, and W Anderson.
Right.
That guy, I love that group in ECW.